What's going on, everyone? It is the Beast of the North here, back at it again for the first time in quite a long while on the Studio Blocks SMP, and also just in general, just back for the first time in quite a while. But I just wanted to do a quick little catch up here on the server and kind of explain some things of why everything has been taking so long for me to make, and also just show off some things happening on the server. Just in general, I've got a new computer coming in as of me recording this. It's an interesting little lighting thing there. But as of me recording this, it's about late May. And depending on when I upload it, it shouldn't take me that long. But as of me recording this, I have a new computer on the way that should be here within the next couple weeks or so. And that has honestly just been one of the main reasons why I haven't been hopping on and doing a lot. Is just because my current computer, when I got it, it would have been like mid-tier at most, I would say, and time has definitely caught up with it a bit. And just even now I can really hear it struggling to function with me just being here on the server, and sometimes the server just lags out really bad when I'm on it. Even if I'm not using waystones a lot and I'm just moving around, it starts lagging out, booting me out sometimes. Like when we welcomed Free to the server, where I was able to join WAB for a decent chunk of the tour, but near the end of it, my computer just, it was either my computer or something with my internet just like couldn't handle it, and I ended up just having to leave because every time I tried hopping back in, I got booted out like within a couple minutes. But with that new computer coming in soon, I should be able to handle Minecraft in particular a lot better, and also be able to handle some other games that I've been wanting to play, like the new Oblivion remaster that came out, the Doom the Dark Ages that I really want to stream, and also in general just want to do more things, like I want to continue the Mondays Are for Evil thing where I was playing through the Overlord series, but I'm thinking I'm going to move that to streaming only instead of doing videos, but that's what's going on. This is just a quick little catch-up video explaining that. And I just wanted to show off some of the things that have been happening on the server in the meantime. If you want anything more in depth about like the build competition that happened a while ago in particular, that was really fun. But if you want anything more in depth on that, I would recommend you check out anyone else's videos on it. But I'm just going to be doing a little tour of some of the builds around here and my upcoming plans for what's going on. But as we saw, my bedroom here, I have the first wooden pickaxe framed above the door. I have expanded my little cave-side home, or my cliff-side home, a lot, and I got all my dogs out there on the porch. I'm thinking I might want to give them their own designated area, but that's it for now. I've got all sorts of tropical fish and some salmon in this little water tank. I'm glad I didn't, but I almost put in some axolotls before I remembered that they would kill and eat the fish in there, so it is just a fish tank for now, and maybe if I can figure out a way to get like a squid in there, that would be cool. And I almost neglected to mention using the chisels and bits. Had myself a fancy little carpet going around here. I think... what did I have this for? It was definitely going to be another room of some sort, but I think I was just doing this to have, like, just building a downstairs segment, and this was just going to be a nice big window. I haven't finished it yet, obviously. We go right in here. This is the kitchen area that I originally had a small army of Allays in, but I have since moved them down this tunnel quite a ways. Somewhere down there is a little side entryway that has a big room for them. I have this small little workstation with a lot of the basic things, basic storage, and then back up to the main area. Upstairs I have changed. I didn't really like the stone tower I had here initially. I'll give a better look from the outside, but I have built this sort of Firewatch looking tower. There really isn't anything at the top there, it's just a small room with a little balcony going around it. have a small little bit of hallway here with some fancy torch sconces. I'm forgetting the word. It's either scone or sconce, but I think sconce. Scone is like a baked good, I'm pretty sure. And here, adjacent to the dining room, or the kitchen, and that hallway, is a nice long dining room that I, of course, as well have yet to actually furnish. Going down, just on a little landing here, got a little bush. This is the map of Agora that I had made, and the drawing, or the art, it's not really drawing, the digital art that my partner Zoe made of me, that I use as my profile picture on most things. And continuing down, I absolutely love this space, just this small little underwater glass box. I got the fish or the cats in here so that they can watch the fish through the glass. I built that little dock there some time ago, and also you can kind of see it. There's just like a treasure chest that I built out there. I kind of want to build more like lake ambiance here, just to further improve the visuals, and I'm thinking of just having like a simple reading room or something down here, just a little desk, some chairs, bookshelves maybe, but this is what I currently have, and that's all that I have in my base. And then coming up to the door and heading outside, I have a mailbox. No mail. East of the north space. Lovely little exterior view so far, and yeah, that's the sort of fire watch tower that I had built. I've got another small bridge there just to go across to go over there. These, while I have been the one who has collected all these horses, I'm just like, if anyone wants to take them, feel free to. I'm honestly not sure if that horse was originally included in the mix, but he's not venturing far away at least, so there's that. Another thing that I had added is the Distant Horizons mod. You can see the LOD of some of the biomes in the distance there. I'm thinking when I get the new computer I should be able to expand this view distance even more, because right now it does look a bit weird, because part of the thing is it's supposed to still let you see far without just having the fog cutting it off, but now I can only extend it so far and there is no fog, so it does look a little weird, but I think it still looks nice. Here in the nicer village, which Wab has said before, but I'm also not really sure why we call it the nicer village, because I'm quite certain this is the first village we had found, and we hadn't found another one before this, so I don't know why this one is called nicer. Egg, get out of here. But where we had initially settled, some of the original structures there. I think there's still a bunch of materials in the barrels there that are free for anyone to grab. Couple little villagers set up here. I believe this was a villager breeder that Spider Hearts has used, and you can see Wab's Tavern and all of the farms over there, and the start of the Studio Block sign, but the villager breeder that Spider Hearts used to build this awesome giant villager trading hall. And I believe there is still room for more in here. This is a cool little structure. Like, I think there are still some other empty stalls I had seen, but there's like every type of villager in here with like every trade, all of the enchantments, and a decent chunk of them I had. These are clerics. I know a decent chunk of them I had also like zombified and cured to get better trades off of, but I don't remember who or what they would have been. Sharpness, maybe? I don't know. And I believe that's more or less everything that was over here at the nicer villages. Another little bit of villagers set up there. We've got the portal there that leads into the nether, but there's nothing really there yet. Lovely little overhead view of everything. And then, of course, as I had pointed out before, all of the Wab machinery over here in the industrial, I believe we called it the industrial district. The iron farm, the wood farm, cobblestone farm. There's also a bunch of farms set up in the nether. There's other farms that I haven't seen yet, for like a prismarine, a trident farm. But some of the bigger things, if we come over here towards Wab's Tavern, we will see something incredibly important. Magic floating rainbow sheep. Decided to stop to admire his beauty for a second. Wab has since built a little entry landing pad here. There's some unwanted solicitors over there, I see. And I see the remnants of Wab's experiment from his latest video with the impossible ladder. Only looks slightly cursed. Wab has obviously shown off the interior of the tavern in some of his videos, but might as well give it a small little tour in here as well, because it is a lovely place. It's a big, massive space for everyone on the server to be able to gather, and there's all sorts of rooms as well for if anyone... Oh, yeah, we already got someone who's got a temporary room. If they don't have a base yet, if they just need a place to stay for a little bit, rooms are available to rent. And in the future, we are planning on, once some of the first movies are made, trying to design some movie posters for them and replacing the paintings that are currently in there with them. That's a lovely little park on the outside as well. I'm pretty sure this donkey was here from the Santa sleigh. Interesting, he's still here. And of course, another massive thing. You can see the Studio Block sign right in front of the Wheat Island. Oh. And yeah, there's another thing about the chunks loading in weird. Right in front of the giant Wheat Island and also the sunroom there. This is the toolbox that Wab built that I believe it just has like a bunch of tools in it for, ouch, for people to borrow if they need any, to borrow real quick, any tools that have fortune, silk touch, bunch of enchanted shears and everything. I could have sworn there was some shulker boxes of them each, but maybe they're just not in here at the moment. And we see loading in here, this is the spawn point of the server. It's where we started out on that Mushroom Island. Here is this massive room with this gigantic director's chair in the middle of it. That has, once I come around the other side, Studio Block's logo on the back. And starting from this film reel here in the center, along with all the colored share stones for all the different places to teleport to, ouch, there is a path, a film reel, leading around, round and round like a yellow brick road, towards this entrance here, which I believe this is the one that is going to be built out of. Wab currently has a plan for a giant staircase, or a giant bridge, not staircase. I believe he has shown off a little bit in his videos, but I'll double check before I include this in my video. But, you know, giant staircase, that's it, or giant bridge. Why do I keep wanting to say staircase? Giant bridge, that's going to come all the way around, like passing the Studio Block sign. You can see the tavern in the back, passing over the Wheat Island, coming around here, and leading, I don't remember exactly where it was decided, but somewhere, I believe nearby here or here, that's near the nicer village. Oh, and before I leave, I can't believe I almost forgot. All of the black spaces there, of course, are going to be spaces for even more movie posters. Once we get some movies made, going to make posters of them, and some of the first ones are going to be displayed along here. And that is actually a very lovely view, seeing it all load in. There's still a couple other farms and things to show, but I think something that would be a bit more fitting for me to showcase next Let me go over to the blast chamber for this. I think would be the easiest way to do it. Is to show off the project that I'm working on, and that will be the main focus of my content as I continue to strive to record here on the server. If any of you might remember from the original Season 1 of Minewreckers, I kinda had alluded to some ideas I had in mind and was building up around the area. This big church, this chantry of L'Oreal, that I was just calling L'Aurelia. Well, I am undertaking this project again and trying to... I have furnaces right now? Interesting. Undertaking the project once again and trying to, actually get around to doing it this time. And I have spent the last... I finished it a few weeks ago, but it was probably at least 2 months of work off and on leveling this mountain to be completely flat along this level. Oh, that's weird looking. I don't think that should be happening. Probably just a result of me teleporting when those chunks were rendered. But this right here is where I'm going to be once again building a much larger this time than what I had before. I'm thinking, again, do like the main church first, and then build up the entire rest of everything else around it. Walls rounding the thing, a garden. I do want to have a big tree in the middle again, barracks for the warriors, because it's not just a place of worship and monks, there is also warrior monks who live here. I have this whole thing of lore set up. And I think the very first project I want to do is decide where I want to have the entrance, like where I want the staircase around this to lead up to, and where I want to make sure it stops at down low, because it's going to be like going around the mountain, and it needs to be coming up from the village, obviously, to the entrance of L'Aurelia. And I was thinking, I think what I had in mind was somewhere around here. Go up a bit. Yeah, I think somewhere around here, like right down there, I believe, was where I wanted to go up. Coming around, it probably won't circle the entire mountain, of course, and maybe finish out about here, or along here-ish. And I believe that's going to be the first project. I also want to replace all of this, or at least most of it, with dirt and grass, and let that spread. Got some goats here tied up, because I feel like goats are fitting. I don't like the way they all just stared at me then. But building up this and some other projects, other builds related to this movie, which so far I'm just calling Hayden's Quest, but I don't know. Workshopping it. Obviously the sets aren't even built yet, let alone any costumes made beyond, of course, Hayden. So, obviously time to keep workshopping it, but that's all I have here so far. I'm very excited to get it going, but this episode was just a quick little catch up on things going on and things to come. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.